everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm so excited to do. It is going to be a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to be using some new makeup today, obviously getting this look right here. I'm using the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette along with the Glowish Bronzer and then some of the new Dior products that I picked up also. And then I'm just going to be chatting a little bit about holiday time. This video does get a little bit emotional in places, so just wanted to share that. My plans for holidays, how it is to go through the holidays in a new city, in a new state, while going through a divorce, all of the things. So we just kind of chat as we play with some makeup. There's also a giveaway at the end of this video. I am doing my 12 days of giveaways, so there is a prize box that I will be sharing at the end. Before we jump into it, because the next clip is going to be me makeup free, let me do my outfit of the day. So today I just have on some distressed jeans and then this like kind of cropped sweater here. It's like 70 some degrees right now in Vegas, but I know it gets pretty chilly at night. So I wanted to do something long sleeve and a little cozy, yet at the same time not be super hot when I go outside and pick Aries up from daycare. So that is my outfit of the day, and let's go ahead and get started. Hey, all right, I'm just going to clip my hair back. And here we go. I am going to start off with my face. So I've been testing out a new primer from Nars. This is their soft matte primer. I've been really enjoying this. I think I'm going to be filming my ranking all the makeup that I tried in November after I get done doing my makeup. And I will be doing a full review on this primer. So I've been using it for a while and I've been really enjoying it, especially in my T-zone area. So I'm impressed. I'm actually gonna mix two foundations. I'm gonna mix the Anastasia Luminous foundation in 220N and then the Dior Forever Skin Glow in 2.5N. Anastasia is a little bit light, Dior is a little bit dark. I like both of these foundations. So I'm just going to mix them both, and I'm gonna use one of my beauty blenders that I got in that like Hot Fudge Sundae set that I picked up from Sephora recently during one of the sales, one of my sale hauls, if you will. So I'm just gonna do like a pump and a half of each or so. So that is what I'm going to do for foundation. I just cleared off my like little workspace in front of me, mostly so I could fill out my December calendar, because I am filming this on December 1st. Welcome to December. And needed to fill out my calendar, but now it's so clean, it's like I don't want to put anything on it, but by the end of the day it's going to be covered in makeup. Don't let me fool you. It is just, I live my life in clutter and especially during this time and during Vlogmas, it is, whoo, it's gonna be a little bit crazy. But I don't mix foundations all that often, but already as I'm blending it out, I feel like I'm really liking the way that these two work together. So, ooh, that's good news. So I put this get ready with me on my calendar because, like I said, doing Vlogmas, you know, doing an upload every single day. I like to have my calendar planned out in advance, or at least an idea. You know, things change, and you know, depending on when certain things come out, or if I get something in PR that I really want to review or things like that, you know, obviously I'll change the schedule around, but I at least like to have a general idea. And I had put a get ready with me on here for Friday. I used to do, if you guys remember on my channel, if you've been with me for a hot minute, I used to do every single Friday. I would do a chatty get ready with me or trying new makeup, which usually I would end up chatting about, you know, something or another. I'm gonna use my Kosas Creamy Concealer. I'm gonna use the shade, what do I have, 3.2? I feel like that's such an interesting shade name. So that's what I'm gonna use for my concealer. But I used to do that every Friday, so when I was looking at my schedule, I was like, oh, it'd be fun to kick off, you know, the first Friday of the month doing just a little chatty get ready with me. It got hard, you know, one of the reasons why I stopped doing an every Friday video like that was because there was too much going on in my life that I wasn't speaking publicly about. So in order to come on to do a chatty get ready with me, which usually I give like life updates or just like what's going on or what I'm thinking about, you know, it became harder and harder to do those videos and not want to break down in every single one of them. So that was a big reason why I stopped them, and it made me really sad because they were some of my favorite videos to do. And I always felt very connected with my audience after I did them. I've been someone who's been typically pretty open online, even before YouTube or Instagram days, with my blog, and then also even just with my books. You know, I've been very open about my life and my struggles in the books that I have written. So it was really hard to take that part away from my YouTube channel, but I also knew I had to be protecting myself. And then, you know, there's a certain point where I was like, I knew what was coming up and I knew I wasn't speaking publicly about it. It was difficult to make the decision, but I knew it was the right one to make. I'm actually going to use the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I haven't used this in like a hot minute. I have the shade medium, but I don't know. Thought it'd be fun to use this one. I'm using a brush from Rephr actually. This is their 11A, I believe. I will link everything in my description box. So, but I'm excited to do another one, but I thought to, isn't that such a pretty powder? I don't know why I haven't been using it lately. Oh, look at that. Look at that. One thing that I thought to talk about, because I've been speaking to quite a few people in my DMs and my emails about this, and just like in the comment section too. And I talked a little bit about it. I posted a video right around Thanksgiving. I think it might have been like the day before Thanksgiving that I posted just a little video on my Instagram reels, but my caption was talking about how I was having a tough week. And I know I'll have a vlog going up here soon. I'm still working on editing it because vlogs take me a while to edit. But working on my next Vegas vlog where I do a week in my life, and I have a moment in there where I really just kind of break down. The week of Thanksgiving was really hard for me. It was going to be my first major holiday that not only was I spending without Mitch, but also without my family. You know, for the past several years, I would either be with Mitch's family or with my family on Thanksgiving, and I was gonna be with no family. And it was very overwhelming. And so I just kind of shared that on Instagram and shared how I was feeling. And when I shared that, the response was so positive. I keep putting my mirror in different places. The response was really positive and very supportive, which I was so grateful for. Like, it was just one of those things where I was having such a low moment, and to post something more vulnerable online and to have so many people say like, you're doing good, like look at you, like, everything's gonna be okay. It really meant a lot to me. And I know that people can think that, you know, maybe their comments aren't seen or aren't appreciated, or, you know, sometimes when you get so many comments coming in on certain things, it's so hard to respond to all of them. I really try to go through and heart everything, but I look at all the comments, and sometimes, especially when it comes to more personal things that I post and then the comments are more personal, it's a reason why I can't respond to each one individually, because I'm taking the time to really read through what that comment is saying and letting myself feel, you know, whatever it is that I need to feel because of the words that I'm reading. And so sometimes that's why I can't get back to everyone, but I hope that people know how much I, you know, just me personally, like how much I appreciate being able to read something like that, especially during harder times. It really makes a difference to me. I screenshot a lot of really beautiful comments and I save them in a folder on my phone, and I'll go back when I'm having low moments, I'll go back and I'll read those comments, and they just really mean so much to me. So to post that, you know, the night before Thanksgiving and just kind of feeling a little blah, a little down on myself, a little sad, I mean, you know, all the things, it meant a lot. And so when I was thinking about doing this Get Ready With Me and what I could talk about, you know, I just kind of thought maybe to do a little update check-in and how things are looking for me around holiday time, because this is going to be my first holiday, you know, going through a divorce, being on my own, being in Vegas. I don't think I'll have any family with me over Christmas either. My mom and my aunt are coming out here in January, so I think they'll just be coming then. And then my brother was just here a week or two before Thanksgiving. So I don't think I'll have any family coming, and I'm not planning to go anywhere either. So, you know, I'll once again be without family for a major holiday, as I do celebrate Christmas So I thought that I could just like give an update and talk about like how that kind of feels, because I've been doing definitely a lot more journaling, trying to reflect and see how things are going for me. I obviously just used my Dior Powder No Powder. I used the blending and bronzing brush actually from EcoTools. I've been really liking that one. I'm finally gonna use my Glowish Bronzer. I've been using the Dior bronzer that I bought in the sale so much, but I really want to use this one from Glowish, and because I'm using the Huda palette and a Huda lip, I was like, okay, it is time to bust out the Glowish Bronzer. So I am pumped to give this a try. I'm going to use the BK Beauty 103 with this one. So let's see what I think of this. Ooh, I do love bronzer. It just makes me so happy. Ooh, I like that. You know, when I swatched it, I kind of thought it pulled a little bit orange, and I was like, oh no, because I really, you know, if there's one thing I don't enjoy, it's an orange bronzer. That's pretty though. Okay, I'm liking it. A little bit on the forehead. Still very bronzy. Okay, all right. I don't mind that. Not hating on it. And I'm gonna once again use the Dior blush out of here, and then I'm gonna do my highlight at the end. I think I might mix those two actually. That might be pretty, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pop on a little bit of this blush from the Dior palette. It is really shimmery because it's the Glow palette, but I don't know, I kind of like it. And it gives a little bit of pink to the cheeks too, but then it also just already starts to add in, like, I don't know. I feel my skin has looked so pretty using the Dior cheek products, I swear. And the highlights have just been beaming, but also in just kind of that like glowy natural way. It's just, every time I take pictures of myself when I have all these Dior products on, I'm just like, yes girl, loving this for you. Thriving. For my brows, I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario brow pencil. I have the shade Light Brunette. I think holiday season, I think things were going so well for me, and I was, you know, really having such a good time. My October was such a busy month. We had so many birthdays here. A lot of people that I'm close with here at the complex had birthdays, and so we were doing so much and so many fun activities. And then I was getting ready for Vlogmas and Black Friday and doing a bunch of stuff with my brand, and just doing like the design work for the next pieces of the brand, and working on Breely and getting that ready to finally go into editing, which I'm so excited about, and actually looking at some covers and that sort of thing. There's just been like so much going on and so much to keep me busy with. And then it was just like all of a sudden, just a few days before Thanksgiving, it was like everything caught up to me, and it was like, oh, you're about to enter holiday season and things are looking so different. And I think one thing that kind of caught me off guard too was the weather, which is like, obviously I know I live in a different climate, right? Like I'm not dumb, like I know that, but it was like startling to me to be like, oh yeah, it's holiday time, because I mean, it's snowing in Iowa. My mom the other day made a comment about like how the roads were so bad, and I was like, why are the roads bad? And she's like, because we had freezing rain. And I was like, oh my gosh, freezing rain, like that's something that happens. I mean, yesterday I think it was like 75 degrees here in Las Vegas. Like it's you know, obviously it's completely different, but it's weird that it kind of like the holidays, I feel like, snuck up on me, in part because we didn't have that change of climate happen. You know, obviously it got cooler here and everything, but we, you know, obviously I'm not seeing snow and freezing rain and temperatures in the 20s and that sort of thing. So I think that was something that kind of like threw me off a little bit too, because it's like, it doesn't really feel like holiday time to me, because I'm, you know, obviously I'm so used to, for so many years, holidays looking so completely different. So it was very strange that just all of a sudden before Thanksgiving, I got in my own head, and that was hard for me, and I had to take some time for myself, and that's something that I really had to learn. And once again, I've talked to so many people about their situations and what they're going through, and people who have newly left relationships or are going through a divorce or just got divorced, or different things like that. And obviously everyone handles their own things their own way, so I don't ever want to like tell anybody what to do. I can only describe my own situation and how I'm handling things and how I'm dealing with things. But I think for a long time it was like I was keeping myself so busy and I was surrounding myself with so many people, which I'm so thankful to be able to do. I've talked about my complex a lot. I've talked about how social it is. I've talked about like never being bored. There's always something to do here. There's always someone to hang out with and that sort of thing. And I think I was just throwing myself into work and throwing myself into social activities to kind of keep my mind off of things and to kind of maybe not have to face what I knew was going to be a challenging holiday season. But I did have to have that moment where I was like, Samantha, you need to be by yourself and you need to be in your feelings. You just got to do it. Even though it sucks and even though it's hard and even though those days were tough for me and I cried a lot, I journaled a lot, journaled about my feelings, journaled about, you know, what it is that I'm missing. And, you know, I'll say this, I saw someone leave a comment on my members only video that I posted. I do have my memberships, and one thing that I do is a member exclusive video every month, and I let my members vote on what it is that they want to see. And this month it was a Chatty Get Ready With Me. And, you know, someone asked, could you just kind of give us like an update on how things are going and how you're doing and how you're feeling. And I'll say that I feel a little bit more comfortable when I do Chatty Get Ready With Me's in my members only video, because it's only going to select people and people who really, you know, obviously like me and are supporting me and are a little bit more understanding, you know, versus just putting something out in the public where anybody can click on this and anybody can watch it. So I was a little bit more personal in my last Chatty Get Ready With Me. But I had mentioned in there about a really hard part about divorce is losing your in-laws, is losing your extended family. And especially in my situation, you know, I'd been with Mitch for 15 years. He had 6 nieces and nephews. I was around when every single one of them was born, godmother to one of his nieces, attended more holiday and family events with Mitch's family just because mine was Army and out of town, and for a lot of years we just, you know, we couldn't afford to travel and go see them. So losing Mitch's family was definitely a really, really hard part for me. And I thought this was really interesting because someone left a comment and said, you know, I also went through a divorce recently, and knowing that I was going to also lose nieces and nephews was really challenging. She said, but when I realized that losing them and my extended family was going to hurt worse than losing my husband, I knew it was time to leave. And I thought that was really, really fascinating. I'm going to spray my face with some Urban Decay. Okay, that setting spray is about done for, because that just like, I felt like it just left like droplets on my face. Yeah, look at that. That setting spray is done. Okay, let me grab my sponge, and it's all good. It's all good. Woo! I've had a lot of questions from people saying like, how did you know when it was time to leave? How did you, you know, finally be able to make that decision? And, you know, one of the things that I've spoken publicly about is saying that I had thought for a long time not to leave because I didn't want to go through a divorce in the public eye. I didn't want to go through public shaming, which I've gone through. I didn't want to have my friends and family be able to Google my name and read like horrible rumors about me of people speculating why I am getting a divorce, you know, all of those things. That was definitely an eye-opener to me. When I realized that, and once again, it was through journaling, once I realized that that was a fear of mine, I was like, well, that's really messed up. You know, you can't alter your life because you're afraid of what other people are going to think about you. That's not okay. But I also remember the time of thinking like, you know, I was making lists and I was writing so much down, and it was, you know, how is your life going to look different after divorce? And one of the things I had written down was losing Mitch's family. Obviously, it still now is a difficult subject for me to talk about. And it's still something I'm trying to work through. And then I think especially holiday time doesn't help that, because, you know, I was thinking the other day about all the gifts that I have to buy, and it was like, you know, every year we would buy for his nieces and nephews, and we would do an exchange with his family, and we would draw names, and we had a big white elephant exchange with his extended family. It was something that everybody looked forward to. So not having any of that to look forward to, and then on top of that, not having my own family to be around either, there have been nights that I've woken up already crying, and just my heart hurts. Because it's something, like I've said, even though I know it was the right decision and the right thing to do, it doesn't make it less painful. It doesn't make it hurt less. And I knew holiday time was going to be a hard one for me, and that is really proving true. Okay, I'm back. Zoomed in a little bit more because I'm going to start it on my eyes. I'm gonna have to put an emotional warning in the title of this video. But as I was trying to say, when I was journaling, you know, how will life look differently, you know, if I go through with this, and one of the biggest things was obviously losing Midge's family, and that was really hard for me, and that was one thing that I kept going back to and I kept getting stuck on, was I don't want to also lose them, you know. I thought I had really great relationships with his family. I always felt really grateful for my in-laws, and I felt very lucky with my in-laws, and you know, I have nothing but positive things to say, and really loved all of my nieces and nephews, and watching them grow up and become their own people was really special to me. So, but just like that comment said, was when you realize there's so many other things that are holding you in the relationship or in the marriage, minus the actual person, your actual partner. That was definitely something that was really eye-opening to me. So once again, just taking time to be able to write down my thoughts and really just be with them. Like I said, it's really hard. When I forced myself to do it a couple weeks ago, it was challenging to sit home alone and just be with my own thoughts and be with my own feelings, because it hurts. It's to have to think of things that make you sad and the things that are painful to you, but it also really helps give you a clearer outlook, and is really cathartic at the same time. So to me, it's really beneficial to be able to do that. So I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna hop into the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. So she just sent this to me in PR. This is my first PR package from Huda Beauty, so I was really excited about this. I did use this the other day, and I have it should be up. If not, it will be coming up on my Instagram, but I have another tutorial that I did on my Instagram, which is March Beauty Word. I use like Radiate, Serenity, and then I also use this shimmer shade in Self Love. I really want to use this shade Energized, because I think it looks, I think that looks so stunning. So that is what I am going to be working with today. So I am first going to pick up the shade Gratitude right here. This one, Gratitude. I use the blending, the shadow shader actually from the Makeup Molly Doll 10 set. I had a really good time with this palette when I used it yesterday at the time that I'm filming, but I thought it was really easy to work with. So I'm just gonna put this one a little above the crease. So my apologies if this video is all over the place, because sometimes I try to speak about certain things and I realize like it's just gonna be too hard for me, too emotional for me. So I have to kind of jump around a little bit. But I just wanted to get back to, you know, how it's looking for me for the holidays. So after I had to have my little reflection moment and just think about things and take some time for myself, and also just take time, you know, to spend time with my dog. You know, Aries and I got to be outside quite a bit, and we did different hikes and we went to different parks around here. And so that was really fun. And then just kind of work on my apartment. You know, I'm kind of in a weird place because I'm not really sure what it is I'm going to do. I know that I'm going to stay in Vegas. I get asked that question quite a bit. I know I'll definitely stay in Vegas, but I don't know if I'll stay at this particular apartment. I spoke a little bit more at length in my members video about some of the issues that I've had here with like management and that sort of thing. And it's just, honestly, it's just really poorly managed, quite honestly. We've changed management. It's just been like kind of a mess. And they're like really trying to get people on rent, which is, it is what it is, but it doesn't make me want to stay here past my lease. So I don't know if I'll renew my lease here. I don't know if I'll move somewhere else. So it's kind of hard because I feel like I'm not really quite settled here, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if I'm moving again in 6 months. So it's like, what do you do? Because even for my office, you know, it was really frustrating. And I took you guys through a lot of it in Iowa where I bought new furniture for my office, and I was so excited because we had, you know, just gotten this house and I was able to have an office space. I was able to have a separate room for filming. I was able to have a separate room for giveaways and shipping. Like, that was such a huge thing to me because I also knew I wanted to launch a business, and it was like I could do everything right here. And, you know, I was so excited to have that and just have that space. And, you know, here I'm now in a 2-bedroom apartment. So obviously I don't really have that kind of space, but when I bought furniture for the offices in Iowa, I had a lot more room to work with. I had 2 different bedrooms to work with, or offices to work with, bedrooms that were converted to offices. And so here, when I brought my furniture, because I went back and forth of, do I bring it, do I not bring it? And I was like, well, I'm gonna bring it. I just bought it. Like, I just bought everything. I might as well try to bring it with me. You know, I had a moving truck come to take some of my bigger pieces too, but like, I had redone our bedrooms. I bought new bedroom furniture. I bought new couches for the living room. I put so much time and energy into redecorating our house and really trying to make it feel like home. And you know, looking back, I understand why I was doing it, and it wasn't just like a quarantine project or just like I'm doing this because I, you know, have this house and I want to make it pretty now. There's other reasons, and just the whole like saving the marriage type of thing. Like, there's other reasons that was going into doing something that I don't normally do. I'm not a big decorator. I always say I'm like the worst female because it's like, I don't really care about decor. I hate cooking. You know, like all that kind of stuff, like crafts and stuff. Like, I don't like any of that. So I always kind of like give myself a hard time there, but there was a reason why I went above and beyond of trying to redo that house. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna bring the furniture, and nothing really like fits here. My desk that I bought a corner desk, and it fit so nicely in the corner, and it was so great. Well, here I don't really have a corner in this space to be able to put it with how the room is set up. We have a door over here into the living room, and then I have a door behind me that goes into the second bathroom. I have a closet door, I have a window. Like, there's just not a place to put it, so I just plopped it in the middle of the room, and it's just so big and it's out of place. And this room is so crowded, and I find myself not wanting to be in here. A lot of times I actually grab my, I will grab my laptop and I will take it into my bedroom with me because my bedroom is much calmer. You know, it definitely has its like cluttery spaces because I'm just a cluttery person, but it's definitely much more calmer. Whereas here it just feels like chaos all the time in here, and I don't enjoy being in here because it's so overwhelming to me, but I don't know what else I have to do. I don't know where to put everything. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Aura. This is a Nakia Joy Brush, the EO3 Diffused Crease, and I'm gonna put this on the outer part of my eye. So I get a little bit overwhelmed, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to buy new furniture. Like, I was like, maybe I'll buy a sit-stand desk for here because that way I can just obviously be standing more. I sit a lot with my job, so I can stand more. But then I'm like, well, what if I don't renew my lease at the end, and then I move, and maybe I move to a house, or maybe I just move to a bigger apartment, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I had the desk that I just got rid of. Like, I don't know what to do. So I feel very confused and like in a flux. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what I should do because I don't know what my future looks like. And in a way that's exciting and it's like fun because it's like you don't know and you don't know what's gonna happen and you don't know who you're gonna meet and you don't know how life is gonna change for you. But at the same time, it also makes the present a little bit more difficult. I'm curious if anyone has gone through something like that, because I really haven't, at least not for a long time, or at least like not in adulthood, where, you know, I lived in the house in Iowa. Before that, we lived in our house for multiple years. Before that, we were in a condo for multiple years. So I never really was in that weird transition, I'm not sure what to do phase. I lived at all of my residences for quite a few years. And so I'm just not sure if anyone's gone through something like that. And it's like, do you just focus on the present right now? And it's like, you know what, right now, this stuff doesn't fit here. I need new things. Or do you think, you know what, it can work for right now? Like, does it work for right now? Yes. Do I love it? No. Does it make me overwhelmed? Yes. Does it work? Yes. So it's like, do you just leave it for right now? I'm not sure. I would honestly, like, I would really love to get anyone's feedback if you've gone through something like that. You know, not necessarily just because of divorce, but maybe you know you're gonna move, or you're like building a house, so you're over here for a period of time. Like, what do you do? How do you deal with it? Because I'm just like not sure, and I feel very confused. Ooh. Okay. Feeling this vibe, feeling this vibe. I just want to go in with the shimmer. I was gonna go in with one more matte, but now no, I am. But I'm just gonna very light, like I'm literally using a blending brush. Like I'm just so lightly gonna take some Precious here, because that was my plan. I'm gonna kind of tap this on that inner part of my eye here just a little bit, and just kind of blend all of those mattes together. Oh, honestly, I don't do a lot of straight matte looks these days. There's always some sort of shimmer that I want to use that I think is so beautiful, but I do not hate this look. So this one is a little, okay, this is making it more holy shit. I'm not matte though. Because I was gonna lay that shimmer down on top, but I've been very into lately laying down mattes and then putting a shimmer on top. Whereas before I would just go in on like my blank eyelid. I'm not really sure why I've been doing that lately, but it's just what I've been feeling. But this pink and purple, okay, I know I usually do an OOTD. I'll probably do one in the beginning because I'm literally just getting ready in my pajamas. But like, we went from pink and purple, and I'm literally wearing purple sweatpants and a pink t-shirt. Like, did I plan that? Am I trying to am I just gonna keep my pajamas on today? Perhaps. Really vibing with this look. I'm gonna take some of that Energized shade. I am gonna use a brush. You could use your finger also, but I kind of want to do more direct placement, so sometimes that's easier because I want to do more on the inner part. Sometimes if I use my finger, I just kind of like to, like you'll see in the Instagram tutorial, hit the middle and kind of go up towards my brow. But I'm gonna use the Nabla Soft Dab and Smudge, and I want to place this one more like the inner part of the eye and kind of sprinkle it over the lid, if that makes any kind of sense to you guys. Any sort of sense. Now we're gonna sprinkle the shade on. I'm getting a little bit of fallout with this one. It's kind of more of that like loose topper shade. But still, well, ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I think if I were to use my finger and have a little bit of warmth, and to use more of like that swipe motion, I think it would be more intense, like the swatch that I did on my finger. But this is kind of what I'm going for. Like, I just wanted to be a little bit more soft, like that. That's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm going for. So we're gonna have to do some more powder. Actually, I'm just gonna put a little bit more powder just in general, just to kind of help be able to sweep things away. Honestly, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, what was the last thing I was talking about when it comes to like my personal life? But I was thinking about, you know, what is my holidays going to look like, and I do think keeping busy is something that really does help me. And obviously I have so much to keep me busy. I'm posting a video every single day. Still trying to keep up with the By Samantha March brand, literally packing and shipping orders every single day, which is, I'm so thankful for that. I'm so grateful to anyone who has made purchases. I ran some promos for Black Friday. I'm really hoping to do some around holiday time too, really hoping to get a restock on the planners, so I can do some promos for like end of year stuff with the planners and that sort of thing. So that's been keeping me busy. Really going into editing is really exciting, and you know, that's been keeping me busy. Trying to plan designs for the next round of By Samantha March and all of the products that I want to get out for that. So there's so much work-wise that will keep me crazy busy for sure. And then also, like I said, just having a busy social calendar is something that I'm really grateful for, and so many people around me that really rally around. And when it's like, hey, you know, I need to take some time and I need to be by myself and figure out my feelings, people are like, got it, you know, great, let us know if you need anything. And then when I'm like, I need social interaction, they're like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, okay. Like, it's so nice to have that. And I think a lot of us are in really similar spots in our lives, whether it be getting out of a relationship or, you know, a job, or leaving family, or just whatever it may be, losing people, that sort of thing. A lot of us are around the same age, and not that we've gone through the same experiences, but kind of like, if you kind of like boil it down, like kind of we've kind of in the same places in our lives. And it was so funny because I was literally talking to some people last night, and I posted a video on Instagram, and it was a TikTok trend where it said post a video for each month of the year. And I did it a couple weeks ago in November, and it's January, February, and March are just photos of me crying. Like, just the start of the year was so hard. And then April, it's a photo of me and Aries in Utah when we were making our trip to Vegas, and we're on top of a mountain. And May is me next to like a Raider sign here in Vegas. And then, you know, all the other photos are of my time in Vegas. And I was talking to one of my guy friends actually, and he was like, man, your Instagram video made me tear up today. And he's like, I know that you went through really hard things before you came here, but seeing that video and seeing you now and what you're doing, he's like, your story is so inspiring. And I just think that's so amazing. And then we talked about how a lot of us here are kind of going through things, and he's like, we should do something to immortalize this and immortalize, we've all made decisions, and we've all decided to come here, and we've all decided to change our lives, and we all decided to take life by the horns and make our own way from it. He's like, we should do something so we can always remember this time by, because you know, who knows what's gonna happen when we leave here, when our leases are up, and who we're gonna stay in contact with and everything, who's gonna leave Vegas, who's gonna stay. But we decided to make a time capsule, and I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that's gonna be really special. So we'll all be able to put something in the time capsule, and I loved that idea. I thought that was so cool. And you know, then hopefully in 10 years or whatever we decide to do, we can all come back together and be like, remember that time in our life where we had such a fun year and such a empowering year. And it's been so interesting being here for 6-7 months now, and seeing other people when I first moved in, and how a lot of us are slowly learning to stand up for ourselves and find our voices and just do our own things and make our own ways. It's so cool. It's been such a neat experience. And you know, people say everything happens for a reason and everything makes sense and the timing always works out. And I just think, you know, this place is new. They didn't even open until, what was it, October of 2020 was when the place of residence opened. So it was like, even if I decided to leave 2 years ago, this wouldn't have been here. I probably wouldn't have been able to afford to come to Las Vegas on my own. But the timing worked out, and it worked out to be around these people and be in this place and learn so much from them and be able to lean on them. I'm so thankful for that. So, you know, sometimes I get overwhelmed with myself, and I think, you know, what if I had made different decisions, but then I would never have this chapter of my life. And it's a fun one. It's a hard one, but it has been a fun one, an eye-opening one, and a life-changing one. I added some of the Urban Decay Bourbon eyeliner, and then I think I'm just gonna use a combo of the matte shades, and I'm just gonna run those on the lower lash line. I'm pretty sure every single one of my pencil brushes is dirty. Yesterday I didn't even do a lower lash line. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, one day, I am going to wash my brushes. It's gonna be magical. Literally put it on my to-do list every single day. It's gonna happen though. What my holidays are going to look like, Definitely very busy with work, filming, editing, the giveaways. But we also have some really fun social activities planned from, we're doing our own white elephant gift exchange here at the complex, an ugly sweater party. We're having a night where we get dressed up and go dancing, like nice dancing, which I'm really excited for. We have a big group dinner coming up where once again we're going to like a Michelin starred restaurant, so we have to dress up for that. We're going to go see the lights at the Speedway. We're going to go ice skating at the Cosmopolitan. We have a foodie group. The day that this video goes up, Friday, we have another foodie group. That's been so fun to have that in Vegas. We're going out to Lynetta Cucina, I think it is, in downtown Summerlin. I was just there last week with Risa and Michelle, and you'll see that in the vlog. And we went to Jing, and it was such a cool place. And I was like, I can't wait to come back here. And so we're going back this Friday. We have so many fun things planned. We're making our own Christmas card. I'll probably do a little like photo shoot with me and Aries, but we're also doing a little Christmas holiday card with some people here, which is something to look forward to. So even though I'm not gonna be around my family and the holidays are obviously looking very different for me, there's so many things I have to be grateful for. There's so many fun things. Like, you just can never get bored in Las Vegas. I know it's not for everybody. I know not everybody would want to live here, but especially for this time in my life right now, this is where I belong. This is where I feel like at home. I feel so accepted here. I have so much fun here. But I also feel very supported here, especially in my career. I always have people offering to help me with anything, packing boxes, taking photos, editing videos for me, editing my photos. I always have so much help and support here, which is just incredible. But there's so many beautiful holiday things to look forward to. You know, I was never a cold weather girl. I always hated the snow. So to be able to look outside right now and see sunshine and know that I can walk out in a t-shirt is such a fun feeling for me. And I truly have so much to be thankful for. And as we get towards the end of the year and we start to look back, I can just see so much improvement in myself. And I have so much to be proud of internally. And I just always want to, you know, try to hang on to that feeling, even when I have those hard days. And it's important to have the hard days. Like I said, it's important to feel the hard days. It's important to respect them and respect what you've gone through and respect your pain and respect your decisions. I think that's really important. But then to look ahead and also be in the present, not just look ahead too much, but be in the present, be in the right now, I think is a really beautiful thing. So I know I'm gonna have hard days. Christmas Day might be a really difficult day for me, but I know I'm gonna have so many good days surrounding those bad days. So holiday time, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a little hit or miss. I'm gonna let myself have those bad days. You know, when I wake up and I'm like, it just hurts, it's too painful. You know what? I'm gonna shut my eyes. I'm gonna cuddle my dog and I'm gonna go back to sleep. But I have days like today where it was 6 o'clock in the morning and I was like, let's go. Let's do this. Let's get things done today. Today is gonna be a great day and I'm gonna take those days and I'm gonna do as much as I can and just be thankful for where I'm at right now. So that is how I'm planning my first holiday season, going through a divorce, post-move, and with a very, very different looking life than what things looked like last year. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty mascara. I'm gonna give my lashes a second to dry, then I'm gonna do my Rare Beauty mascara, and then we'll finish it off with lips. All right, mascara is on. I'm going to add my lips. So I'm gonna use the Lawless Beauty Forget the Filler Definer Liner in Honey Rose, and then I'm going to use some of my Huda Beauty matte lipstick in Joyride. So I've done my lip liner declutter and my lipstick declutter recently, and both of these products I said I wanted to use more, so I thought they would be the perfect ones to pull in. All right, after that, this is my final look in today's Chatty Get Ready With Me, trying out a few new makeup products. I really like how this look came out. I feel like it matches the lip really nicely. I kind of like the deeper berry tones. I'm kind of feeling that for winter season for holiday season. So to run through some of the new products, I did really like this bronzer. It might be a little bit light on me. I have the 02 medium, so you know, I just kind of built it up for a while, but I like the bronzer. I thought that it looked nice. It was easy to blend. Oh, I didn't do my highlight. Why do I keep forgetting to do my highlight? I know I keep saying I'm not as into highlight lately, but I'm like, Samantha, still gotta do your highlight. So I'm just going to, I think I'm just gonna mix the two shades from the Dior here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like I said, that blush already leaves quite a bit of shine, but I really like it because obviously, like, that's just one swipe and it's super beautiful, but to me, it's not like it melts into the skin so easily. It doesn't just look like a stripe on your face. And I've just really been enjoying these Dior cheek products, and this palette especially. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit on my nose also. So really been enjoying that palette. I really do like the rose quartz. I think it's really pretty. I've only done the 2 looks with it so far, but I find it really easy to use. Some of these bigger palettes from Hood, I think these are $67. They're just not always what I go for. You know, we have some of the more intriguing shades, like this kind of more like gloss shade here in the middle. But so far so good. I really like it. I'm excited to jump into more of these shades and play around with this palette more. I also like the really big mirror on here. I really like how this look, it came together. And you know, thank you so much if you've made it to the end of the video. I do have a giveaway, but you know, just thank you for listening to me. I feel like that sounds weird, but thank you for supporting me in my journey. And it really means a lot when I get those messages of people saying like, we've really been able to see like the evolution and the growth, and you know, people thanking me for taking you along the journey. And there's still so much I want to say and still so much I want to share, and I probably will some more in 2022 and you know, just in my own time and as I feel more comfortable with things. But I really do appreciate it. I appreciate being able to have this platform and this outlet to be able to talk about these things. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the holiday season. I hope you're excited for Vlogmas, for the videos every single day. But like I said, there's gonna be a giveaway in this one, so let's jump over into that. All right, so for today's giveaway, I kind of messed up a little bit. So I was putting together giveaway boxes the other night, and this morning I decided to do an extra one for today's video, and then I completely forgot to take photos of it. And I do have an intern here in Vegas that's helping me out through the month of December, which I'm so grateful for. And I was having her put together my giveaway boxes today, like actually bubble wrapping the products that need to be bubble wrapped. And after she was done, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't take a picture of today's box, did I? And no, I sure didn't. So I don't want to undo all of her beautiful work that she did. So I'm just gonna do a quick shot here and try to remember what all I put into this box. But this is going to be the prize box. I know we have some eyeshadow palettes in here. I have a palette from Bare Minerals. I have an eyeshadow palette from Nars. I have the Urban Decay highlighter from their new Marvels collection that came out. We have some lashes in here from Sigma Beauty, one of the Nars holiday palettes in here. A cream blush from Nude Stick, quite a few ColourPop lippies. We have some eye patches. I also have some skincare in here from Bliss, from Laura Mercier, from their holiday line, setting powder. We have some eyeliners from Urban Decay also, and I know there's some more palettes in here. Oh yes, we have from Rephr Cosmetics their Winter Wonder Glam. Their holiday set is included in here as well. So those are just a few things. Like I said, she packaged this up so nicely. I don't want to like undo all of her work in here because it really does take a long time. It's so funny, when I was interviewing her and I said this is one thing that I would be looking for help with because I run so many giveaways during this time, and I was like, I don't think people realize how long it takes to pack giveaway boxes. And today I only had her do 4. And at the end she goes, I looked down and I was like, oh yeah, I could finish this in like 15 minutes. She goes, 45 minutes later, I was finally on the last box. I was like, I know it takes a long time to be able to put everything together, but that's just a little overview of some of the products that are in today's prize box, but there's a lot more in here. This box is completely full that will be going out. So today's is kind of like a little mystery box at the same time. So hopefully I will not make that mistake again and remember to photograph everything before I package it up. But to enter into my giveaways, it's pretty simple. Just make sure that you are a subscriber here. It always helps if you like the video. And then leave a comment and include the hashtag SantaSam. It can be any comment. You just want to leave the hashtag SantaSam in there. And then I do ask that you fill out a form. There'll be a link in the description box or in my pinned comment. Just fill out that form, and that will have a way for me to be able to contact you, because YouTube is like deleting comments with contact information, and it's making it really hard. So at least for my 12 days of giveaways, I like everything to be in the form. I can use the random number generator to choose a winner, and then I can just verify your entries from there. So my giveaways are just going back and forth between YouTube and Instagram, so make sure to check over on my Instagram, which is March Beauty Word. There's more giveaways in my stories, or I do also have a giveaway highlight tab that you can check to for any of the open giveaways that are happening during the 12 days of giveaways. But just make sure you fill out that form, you're subscribed, and leave a comment with hashtag SantaSam. I'm closing the giveaways in like 48, 72 hours, and I will pin the comment with the winner asking for your contact information, and it is open international. So I think that's everything. I will have all of that in the description box also. But I hope you're excited. I hope you've been enjoying the giveaways and all of the December content that has and will be coming. Other than that though, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next video.